Alrighty then, this is another extra video, and this one is for something in particular, because I've been looking at this old witch's ring here, and it's sadly been acting as a little more than a placeholder for an empty ring slot. A ring slot that craves to be filled. Filled with something that might raise my equipment burden by 50%. And thankfully, now that the Moonlight Butterfly is dead, I can actually now do that. Unfortunately, it does mean I have to go and pry it off the cold, dead finger off somebody who's currently wearing it. You might know this man as The Rock. Normally, this is a guy you just circle around and backstab all day. But for the sake of making things interesting, I'm just gonna see if I can beat him at this stage with only a +5 weapon without backstabbing. I can parry and riposte, but well, parrying Havel comes with its own risk of getting an enormous dragon tooth to the face. So really, it's down to you whether you think it's worth it. Oh, and I'll also be going down that way later for something else. But one thing at a time. And is this worth the trouble? I'm probably going to die like a... Yeah, that's him there, by the way, just clipping through the door, ready to give me what's what. As you can see, he has got a big nasty weapon of nastiness. That can nearly one-shot me. I'm amazed I poised through that. No, please. Parry timing, please! Am I going to be incredibly choosy? Yes. 278 damage though, it's not too bad. To be honest, if you know how parrying works in this game, this is still kind of cheesy. But I can so easily fuck this up. Huh. Okay, try again. Okay. When I can do that, the parry timing on barehanded fists is just stupidly generous. I honestly thought that would take me like 5 or 10 attempts. Alright. I just killed Havel with parries. I'm not complaining. And now I experiment with weight burn. I'm not sure if I explained this or not, but there's certain categories in terms of what kind of rolls you get, what kind of speed you get. If you're below 25% of your equipment load, you get something called a fast roll, which I'll show very, very quickly by just taking off my chest. Whee! That thing. Gives you the most iframes you can get without using a Darkwood Grain Ring. And then you go from 25% to 50%, you get the mid-roll, which I've been using. Now, do I have anything stupidly heavy? No. But if I was so... Okay, there's one above 50%, all the way up to 100%, which is basically rolling that's not worth bothering with. And then beyond that, you just flat out can't roll, and you walk like you've just cacked your pants. I, however, now have a Havel ring, which means that it will scale my endurance. Fantastic. Well, anyway, I'll tinker with that in my own time. Okay, so that was Havel. Easier than I expected, and boom, I can fast roll with my boulder armor. This is very nice. Now I need to move on to getting a few extra sorceries while I can. What's my intelligence? 12. I'm going to be upping that a little bit to accommodate for all the new sorceries I'm going to get, but it's also something I need to do to access the DLC areas that come with the Prepare to Die edition. Now, I am atop the roof that you can jump down from once you've unlocked the Undead Parish lift, and it brings you over here. And with some handy-dandy, God damn it. With some handy-dandy platforming, you can get up there. One moment. Alrighty, let's try that again, shall we? And this time, let's not screw it up. Nice. So, you come here, and you go on top here, and here is the Undead Asylum West Key. Yes, that is correct. We are indeed returning to the Undead Asylum. But surely we've already done everything we need to do there. No, no, no. There are some extras, you see. There's some extra goodies, there are a few Black Knights kicking around, and there's also another boss. Which I'm not going to do right now, because I still haven't worked out the kinks for recording boss fights right now. We're getting closer, but still want to do a bit more testing. But for now, anyway, this will do. Hell, probably that comment's going to be completely irrelevant by the time this video comes out, but whatever. Right now, I'm after a special ring. I know, again. And, well, if you didn't know already, you come up here and you sit down. And you pretty much go back to the asylum the same way you were taken out of it. By a very confused crow that mistakes you for an egg. This is Dark Souls, where things like that make sense. Either that or it's secretly Velka's associate and it is covertly helping you on your crazy mission, or whatever. Well, this is just how people travel in Lordran. Instead of taking the bus or the train, you just get picked up by a crow. And the cutscene staggers for a bit. Look very cozy there, Claire. Please mind the talons. They are a health and safety hazard. You have arrived at Undead Asylum. Please ensure you pick up all of your luggage before leaving the Raven. Or Crow. And yes, there's new dudes around. Fortunately, it's those asshole torch hollows that have that really annoying... that. I didn't even need to say it. You just saw what I was going to refer to. Okay, let's try and take things a little bit more carefully. Oh god, words can't describe how much I hate these guys. I swear I had more range than that. Okay, better to catch the tail end of that move than all of it in the face. Again. Okay. So yeah, that was a welcome home party. 4 torch hollows to the face.
You give me warm, give me soft.
Right, explains everything. This is basically, well, the name is Snuggly the Crow or something like that. And what you do is, you trade items, like say, I think you can trade Cractodile orbs. You can definitely trade the moss clumps. You can trade the sack, which you get a little bit later, or in the depths anyway. Stuff like that. Just occasional items, and you quit out of the game. And when you come back, there'll be a different item. Like say for the moss clumps, you can get Twinkling Titanite. For the sack, you can get the Demon's Great Hammer, which the Asylum Demon uses. Stuff like that. You can only get one of every item, really, or you can only offer one of every item, but yeah, it's still handy. Still cool. And as I said, there is a new boss here, so you may notice I am rather warily dodging the centre of the room. But what are you doing? For no reason whatsoever. But I'm here for one thing in particular, and then I shall be leaving. For there is a different purpose altogether that I'm here. I will return, of course, there are other things I want to grab, but I will grab them in due course. Instead, what I want is somewhere over here. Or indeed involves me going through here. Ah, jeez! Please. Please be easy to parry. Thank you. This is Oscar, and unfortunately he has gone the way of the hollow, which is to die. Fine. And I'm just being absolutely shit with my parries now. Ow. Ow. Nope, get away from me. Don't make me cheese you. You made me cheese you. Rip in pieces. Urgh! Ow. Getting an entire greatsword to the chest is, well, 3 times no less. That's gotta hurt. Oh. Oh yeah, and now that thing respawns. And somehow it just keeps getting me the second time around. Not the first. It's like, the first is like, oh yeah, there's a boulder here, I'm just gonna run off. And the second time through it's like, there's not gonna be a boulder here. And then I get proven wrong. And I feel very silly. Almost as silly as failing to parry Oscar bajillion times. After parrying Havel so often. Souls games, why you do this to me? Suddenly it's got very janky. I really hope it's not rendering that boss that I'm totally not going to do while I'm here. That would be unfortunate. Range, please! Go on, when you're ready. Jesus Christ, range, come on. There's supposed to be a super long greatsword of super longness, and yet I can't use you to kick and then swipe. Serious. Don't actually want any of the stuff they drop. Away with you! And the prize that I came for is down here. The Rusted Iron Ring. Since I didn't go for the ring descriptions, I'll go for them now. This ring was named after Havel the Rock, Lord Gwyn's old battlefield compatriot. Havel's men wore the ring to express faith in their leader, to carry a heavier load. So that guy we fought wasn't necessarily Havel, but it's definitely definitely on par with being smashed by the Rock himself, that's for sure. And the Rusted Iron Ring? Used to shackle the guilty, it is terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking will be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground, such as swamps. Hint, hint, it might be useful in Blighttown! But I'm not actually going there. I need it for something else. So I will return to Darkroot Basin, actually, that's where I'll be going. And I'll see you then.